Let's go out with a bang. Let's have a laugh at your expense, shall we?
Did what few others dared to do when he called out the woke culture during his 2020 Golden Globe monologue. He not only spoke his mind, but he did it at one of the biggest award shows, risking his career in the process. Did he care? It didn't seem like it at all. His speech caused a stir in Hollywood, and the truth in his words would only become more evident in the following years. At the start of his monologue, Ricky joked, "You'll be pleased to know this is the last time I'm hosting these awards, so I don't care anymore." I'm joking, I never did. NBC clearly doesn't care either. Fifth time. He then referenced Kevin Hart's firing from the Oscars over past offensive tweets, saying, "Lucky for me, the Hollywood foreign press can barely speak English and they have no idea what Twitter is, so I got offered this gig." He ended that part with a challenge. "Let's go out with a bang. Let's laugh at your expense, shall we? Remember, they're just jokes. We're all going to die soon, and there's no sequel." This statement wasn't just humor. It was a prediction of what would unfold in Hollywood over the next few years. Ricky pointed out the hypocrisy of Hollywood's cancel culture, highlighting how Kevin Hart, one of the Oscars' favorites, was fired for tweets that woke culture found offensive. His remarks underscored the growing issue of how people's past opinions and jokes were being scrutinized and punished, even if those opinions were just part of the humor.
Kevin Hart was fired from the Oscars because of some offensive tweets. Hello?
Ricky Gervais has never shied away from controversy, and his tweets are a reflection of that. In one, he jokingly asked, "Is it gay if you fight a guy with long hair and when you start losing you grab a handful of it?" In another, he joked about seeing a big gay guy who looked like Hulk Hogan in heels and admitted he got scared. While these tweets have sparked their own debates, they also shed light on Ricky's broader criticism of the entertainment industry's obsession with conformity. Kevin Hart's firing over past tweets, which had nothing to do with the Oscars or his film career, became another point for Ricky to call out Hollywood's double standards. Ricky's own monologues at the Golden Globes in 2012 and 2016 show a different side, one where he played along with the scripted jokes, laughing alongside celebrities. But over time, his tolerance for the industry's sensitivity wore thin. By the time he hosted the Golden Globes in 2020, Ricky wasn't following the script anymore. Instead, he used the platform to speak openly about cancel culture and the industry's obsession with being woke. After that 2020 monologue, Ricky knew his time as the Golden Globe host was over, but he didn't seem to care. He had no problem voicing his opinions on cancel culture, even though the industry's reaction was harsh. It's important to give credit to Ricky and others like him, who express their views respectfully without personally attacking anyone. However, this was a reminder that Hollywood's woke culture doesn't always embrace free speech, and in fact, it often punishes those who speak out against its rules.
No one really watches network TV.
Over the past few years, the idea of cancel culture has been called out for its contradictions, but there are still topics Hollywood deems too sensitive to address, unless it's for the sake of pandering to certain communities and boosting viewership. Despite the industry's focus on these topics as a way to make money, figures like Ricky Gervais continue to speak up about what really matters. He pointed out that cancel culture hasn't silenced courage, and Hollywood's attempts to regulate which topics are acceptable only gave Ricky more ammunition to make his point. In his bold style, Ricky joked about the year's controversial topics, saying it was a big year for pedophile movies like Surviving R. Kelly, Leaving Neverland, and The Two Popes, and called out Hollywood's obsession with diversity. He sarcastically remarked that the Hollywood foreign press is very, very racist after recognizing that many talented actors of color had been overlooked. He also riffed on the lack of diversity in the In Memoriam segment, joking that it wasn't diverse enough because it featured mostly white people. Ricky's comments reflected truth many see in Hollywood's approach to diversity. It often feels more like a checkbox than genuine progress. Instead of giving people of color lead roles based on merit, Hollywood seems to focus on creating an image of inclusivity, much like someone saying, "I'm not racist because I have black friends." This, Ricky suggests, is a way for the industry to present itself as woke, without truly addressing the real issues that marginalized groups face. This desire for validation, especially in a bubble where many Hollywood insiders don't face the struggles of everyday people, has led to a system where diversity is used more as a marketing tool than as a way to educate or challenge audiences. Hollywood awards, which now include specific quotas for diversity in secondary roles, raise the question, does the film industry truly care about these groups, or is it just a way to check boxes and please audiences? The new inclusivity rules for awards are clear. At least 30% of actors in secondary roles must be from underrepresented groups, which include women, racial minorities, LGBTQ+ people, and those with disabilities. But do filmmakers and studios genuinely care about these groups, or are they just pandering to the demands for inclusivity? It's a valid question, and one that reflects Hollywood's ongoing struggle with authenticity and diversity. What do you think? Do these inclusivity rules promote real change, or are they just another way for Hollywood to pat itself on the back? Let us know in the comments. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on all our latest videos.
But you still have to give some effort. You can't just come home.
In his monologue, Ricky Gervais took aim at Hollywood's obsession with diversity, pointing out that the real reason for it is to inject something new into the industry. He continued by stating how people no longer care about movies or traditional TV. Instead, everyone is tuning into streaming platforms like Netflix. He joked that the awards show could simply be him coming on stage, saying, "Well done, Netflix," and ending the night there, something that would be far more entertaining than dragging the event out for 3 hours. He even went as far as saying you could watch a dark show like Afterlife instead, which is about a man struggling with the death of his wife, and it would still be more enjoyable than the award show. He also made a shocking joke about Jeffrey Epstein, hinting at the conspiracy theories that would later be validated when the infamous flight logs were revealed, showing that celebrities involved with Epstein were far from the flawless role models they seemed. Ricky then turned his attention to tech giants like Apple, Amazon, and Disney. He called out Apple for producing a show about integrity while benefiting from sweatshops in China, questioning how these companies can claim to be woke when they profit from exploitation. He made a bold statement, saying if a terrorist group started a streaming service, celebrities would still promote it without hesitation. He warned the award winners not to use their platform for political speeches, telling them that they know little about the real world and should just thank their agent and move on. Ricky's message was clear. The entertainment industry's attempts at forced inclusivity are often hollow, with tech giants exploiting workers to pad their profits. His speech left many uneasy as he exposed the contradictions of the industry, all while encouraging the audience to just have fun, get drunk, and not take things too seriously.